These are famous steps.
The steps Jewish pilgrims followed as they headed to the temple on high holidays like Passover.
So we are indeed ascending to the temple, in a sense, the way so many pilgrims during the Passover holiday would have made their way up after their ritual bathing.
My guide, Nadav Hillebrand, took me up the ancient steps.
It adds to the magic of the moment when you climb steps like this and you're going to approach the temple.
Before pilgrims ascended to the temple, they purified in cleansing pools at the city of David.
So Savannah, I'm taking you now to the city of David. Archaeologists believe they found the foundations here of the Palace of David.
Nice to see you. Welcome, Savannah.
Thank you for having us.
Welcome to Jerusalem from the Bible.
Today, the city of David is just outside the walls of the old city. But over 3,000 years ago, this was Jerusalem. Doron Spielman is the vice president of the City of David Foundation.
The City of David is the place that if you take a shovel and you dig, you look underneath the ground, whatever you pull out of the ground is going to match the pages of the Bible.
The Siloam Pool is a sacred place in ancient history.
The Pool of Siloam is the place that Jews purified themselves 2,000 years ago before heading up to the Temple Mount. And when Jews say at the end of the Passover Seder, next year in Jerusalem, whether they know it or not, this is actually the place that they're talking about.
Christian pilgrims are drawn here too. This is also where it is believed Jesus healed the blind man.
It's an amazing story, isn't it? I am emotional about it. It's a big deal.
Not far from the pools in the City of David is an ongoing excavation in the Givati parking lot, an actual lot they dug up.
We found underneath the parking lot, there was archaeology.
This is very much a live excavation site. You're finding things every day.
Every day.
Like many places in Jerusalem, the excavations at the City of David are controversial.
This is East Jerusalem. Palestinians live here. Not all of them are happy to see this dig go on, to see this excavation happen. What do you say to that?
When we say Jerusalem, whether you're a Jew, a Christian, or a Muslim, all of the holy places in Jerusalem are in East Jerusalem. 3,000 years ago, there was no East Jerusalem, there was just Jerusalem.
To understand ancient Jerusalem, archaeologists here have uncovered finds like this one, a 2,600-year-old seal. I was given a rare opportunity to be part of the dig.
David is our archaeologist here.
Hello, David. Well, you have the perfect name for this place, don't you?
I do. I got lucky. What you're standing on right now could be anywhere between around the 2nd century AD and maybe even 8th century BC. So there's a range of only about 1,000 years.
So you dig for it, you think you find something, and then you go test it to see when it might be from.
Savannah, are you ready to dig?
I am. Let's go.
Okay. Start with putting on your gloves.
It's a love tap. Okay. Just keep on it.
What you want to do is dig all the way around it.
And you say, like, get in there and...
Get in there. Kind of pry it from its rut.
Oh. Wow.
This is a handle from probably a storage jar.
Wow. So we put it in the bucket. We found
Put it in the bucket over there. That's your finds bucket.
Okay.
Uncovering ancient treasures of humanity buried far underground.
You have two different worlds. You have an underground world showing our shared history, and you have a world above the ground, which I think is working towards finding a shared history as well.
Isn't it interesting to think that was a parking lot up until a few years ago?
And you were so good at digging.
Well, you know, I tried my best. That piece of pottery, they actually tracked it and tested it for us, was sent to the lab. Guess what? It is most likely a handle from a jug of water, possibly a jug of oil, and it dated back more than 2,000 years.
Wow, that's so cool.
History.
Yeah, it was really neat. And when you're standing there, you actually see the levels of history and all that, you know, Jerusalem, of course, different people controlling it over different times and different eras, the Romans. I mean, it's just like, it's incredible.
You literally uncovered history.
You're there. Well, let's not overstate the case.
She uncovered history with the love tap.
Yeah.
Exactly. I was like, oh. Well, I was afraid it'd be like some precious thing.
Yes.
I'm like, oh, sorry.